Remember, shout out to my Patreon. Y'all are the real MVPs. I'm going to be trying to do some special things for y'all in this new year because y'all have definitely been riding with me. If you would like to join my Patreon, it's very simple. All you have to do is go to www.patreon.com/bstokestyling and make your pledge. $5, $10, or $25. Currently, I'm trying to get to 20 Patreons, you guys. So make sure you help me reach my goal by clicking the link down in my description box and joining my Patreon. You do not want to miss out on the early access to my videos. Y'all, we're gonna be getting started here very shortly. Thank you all for joining. Please, as you enter, hit that like button and share this video out if you care. I would appreciate it so much. We're gonna be starting in a minute and a half. Don't forget to order your custom Stokes styling merch. That's right, we have merch. Just click the link down below in the description box and order your Stokes styling merch today. Hey. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you to everyone who is here and who is here on time. I just want to check, make sure that y'all can hear me. So if you can hear me, drop something down in the comments. Say, hey, say how you doing. Don't come in here and be rude. Speak to your host. Don't walk into somebody's house and not speak. Okay. Today we are going to be talking about Wednesday night on BET. So that is, what is that? The Encore as well as Sistas. I'm going to be giving y'all my thoughts, my review, quote on review, because like I said, I don't take notes for these shows like that. I just enjoy watching them. Hey, Sammy the Goat, thank you so much for joining. I just enjoy watching the shows. So for Sistas, I don't go out of my way to take a whole bunch of notes about it because I just don't. I enjoy them too much. I just want to enjoy the experience of it. And I just want to come and shoot the shit with y'all and talk about it. All right. So, did y'all like the video? Let me check. Let me make sure. I don't see lights on here. We cannot get started until, okay, there we go. I'm starting to see the lights come up. Come on. We cannot get started until we see some lights, okay? All right. There we go. So let's go ahead and get started with Sistas. BET, Tyler Perry's Sistas, y'all. Sisters know they can work a nerve, don't they? Don't they? So basically, the episode starts off where the last one ended, and that is with Andi deciding that she does not want to get married to Garry. So we just spent that whole last episode dealing with her fighting for why it would be a good reason for her to marry Garry. And now once the episode, this episode starts, now she is against it. By this time, Fatima has come back into the dressing room, and Fatima honestly says the same things that Karen and Danny had been saying in last episode, but I guess for whatever reason, she hears it when Fatima says it. What do y'all think about that? I like Fatima in this friend group, but I just hate how they don't listen to it. Like, they don't listen to reason. Excuse me. But Fatima made a comment that I found was funny. She said, it's just marriage. You don't have to do it right now. And she said, it's just marriage. And I was like, wait. And then she said, you don't have to do it right now. I was like, oh, okay. Because I had got confused for a second. I was going to say, honey, it's just marriage. Don't be out here marrying this fool if you aren't 100% about marrying this fool. Which you shouldn't be 100% about marrying this fool. But anyway, she decides that, she's not going to do it. She tells the girls that she wants to do it by herself. She wants to break the news to get Garry by herself. And, Fatima and Danny are not here for it. Sabrina's being her same Sabrina self. Whatever you want, Danny. Andi, it's, I'm with you, whatever you want. Sabrina can't find a backbone to stand on, like, if her life depended on it. But okay. So then she goes and they go outside to get Garry. And of course, they're not seeing it for Garry. Gary's getting all of the smoke from them because they don't like him. They've been told everything that's happened and they have no reason to. But he feels like, I really love Andi and one day I'll be able to win y'all over. I know y'all don't necessarily see it for me, but this is what she said she wanted, whatever. So when Garry goes to the bat, the girls then confront, what's his name? Aaron? Is his name Aaron? Aaron. He did confront Aaron. And I thought this was weird. So they're confronting Aaron like, so how do you know Garry? Is he really a good guy? What do you mean a men's group? What do y'all do in this men's group? What's going on with you and Karen? They were doing a lot. Me and my husband were sitting here watching. He was like, no, I'm not going to sit up here and just be getting berated by these women for no reason, which is understandable. Like, Aaron ain't did nothing to them. If anything, Karen has been doing Aaron dirty. Okay, let's call a thing a thing. She done slept with Zack on him. She done, she also been dealing with some bull because of his ex-wife's family. But at the end of the day, there was no reason for them to come at Aaron the way that they did. It's not his fault that Garry is an F-boy, and he essentially hasn't acted in that type of way. So they could have been a little bit nicer to him. During this interaction as well, it was kind of funny because you can see the similarities between Danny and Fatima, and you can really see that they are like going to be really, really cool. Even though Danny says, I still don't trust you because the way everything happened with Karen, and Fatima was like, I'm just letting you know, I didn't know anything about her and Zack. I didn't know anything about that. But they thinking about the same thing. It was kind of cute. I've said since last season that Danny and Fatima seem like two sides of the same coin. So okay, Garry goes in the back. Andi breaks the news that she doesn't want to get married. He actually takes it very well. And this is this thing with Garry. Garry is so duplicitous. Like 1 second, you see the psycho in him. And then the next second, he acts like a normal human being, He took it very well that Andi didn't want to get married to him. Like, seeing as how most men would not take that well. He said he had talked to his therapist before and he knew that this would be a gamble. So he kind of already mentally prepared himself just in case she did say no. I don't even know why you would go through all of this if you kind of already, it's weird. Also, y'all are engaged. Like, y'all are engaged, which I just think the engagement is a mistake to begin with, but whatever. They decide, I guess, to continue to be engaged, but they're not going to do this actual wedding thing here. And he says, well, the next time I'll make sure that you are aware and involved with everything. And she asked if she can keep the dress. She gets all cutesy, and asks if she can keep the dress. And he says, yes. I'm like, girl, no. First of all, it's bad luck for your husband to see the dress before y'all get married. So he's not only seen it, he picked it out. Like, he's seen it on you, like everything. This is a wedding that was a fail, and now you want to keep the dress for what your real wedding. I mean, but I as far as I'm concerned, this marriage is doomed anyway. But they decided, look, the dress looks good on her. Don't get me wrong, it looks good on her, but also I would want a new dress. That's just me talking. Meanwhile, across town, we see Karen at the salon. And Zack comes, knocks on the door, and they go to have their little conversation. And so Karen basically says to Zack that she had talked to Fatima, and Fatima let her know that Zack had been talking about her. And she was like, so you never said my name? And he was like, no, I never said your name. I just, I did bring you up a lot or whatever. And she said that was hurtful. She says that it was also, what else was hurtful? She said 2 things were hurtful. I know one thing was that he was talking to Fatima and not telling her. And something else he did that was hurtful. I can't remember. But anyway, when she said that he told her his feelings about how she berates him and how it hurts him. She says that was hurtful to her too. So while she's sitting up here trying to express her feelings, Zack is being a little bit of a, he's being hard. He's being a little bit of a jerk. He's like, well, I'm sorry that my feelings are, I'm sorry that my feelings are hurtful to you. And she's like, don't do that. And basically at this point, Zack is just over it. He's tired of this back and forth with Karen. He's saying that, at the end of the day, I'm choosing Fatima. I'm going to go after her with my whole heart. And he gets up on Karen and looks her dead in her eye and says, it's over. We're over. I said, oh, Zack meant that. Kudos, Zack. Kudos, Zack, for meaning it. Like, I ain't believe it. I don't even think Karen believed it for real until Zack stood up in it and was like, no, for real, I'm done. All this back and forth, which is good for him. Like I said, like I've been saying, I don't want Karen and Zack to be together. I actually like him and Fatima better. And something that he told Karen was that Fatima makes him be a better person. Fatima speaks life into him, and it makes him think about being and doing things that he's never done before. And so that's why he wants to move forward with her. Now, is that a good enough reason? I think it is, but I also think that it could be really hurtful to Karen because she's put in all this time and effort, and now Fatima's getting the Zack that she's kind of been wanting to get and has not been able to see. The next scene we got was a very weird scene. Y'all explain this down to me in the comments, because honestly, I was like, I'm not understanding why this is happening. So we saw last episode that Maurice, I don't think I talked about it in my review. I might have forgot to talk about it in my review, but so last episode, Maurice, while he was at the club, he saw Q, the little guy that robbed, oh boy, Penny boy. And so he knocked him out. And so I thought he was knocking him out, or we thought he was knocking him out so that he could call the police so that, the police could come and get him because you done sat up here and robbed and cleared out this man's bank account. Well, no, he knocks the guy out and then takes him back to his house. Okay. And so now they're sitting at his house, and Maurice is trying to have this come to Jesus moment with him. Like, why are you living like this? Why are you going around robbing people and living reckless? Do you know that this is going to make your life end faster? And trying to speak to him, and so you just don't want anyone to know who you really are. And so I was confused because I'm sitting up here like, Maurice, why are you this invested in this random guy? And so the guy was just like, look, this is the life I'm living. I choose to do it. Are you gonna let me go, or are you gonna call the police? And Maurice was like, I just want you to do better in your life. I'm not going to call the police or something. We got the guy kind of propositioned like, well, what do you want me to do? And that's what I was thinking. Like, Maurice, did you bring this guy here so that he could sleep with you? You know what I'm saying? And then all this would be clear. Like, I don't understand what this scene was supposed to be. Like, Maurice, you don't know this guy to be trying to save it, trying to have any y'all little fix my life moment with him. Like, y'all ain't cool like that. Y'all ain't cool like that. It's weird. I'm assuming that this is not going to be the last time we see the robber Q. But that scene, we already know Tyler's trying to build it up or something, because that was so random. Once you done knocked them out, you should just call the police and let it be in the end of the end, and let that be that. All right, so then across town, we see Fatima at the house. She done got home. Oh, the girls done left. Danny was mad about not getting her money. The girls done left. Everybody done made their way to the house. So Fatima gets to her house. She's getting all ready for the night. Then she gets the call. Hello? I'm on my way over there. Had the door open. Huh? Zack, what you want? I'm on my way. Click. I know this well. Let me go get cute real quick. That was Fatima's whole energy. Y'all don't check the back of my hair. I still got one twist in because it wasn't all the way dry. Anyway, that was Fatima's whole energy. Like, I mean, I don't want you to come over, but you can. All right, Fatima. I see you playing games. So we'll go ahead and fast forward. So once Zack gets over there, honey, Zack come in with all this just manly energy, kissing all on her. Fatima trying to act all hard to get. No, Zack, I talked to Karen. She still really loves you. I'm hanging with the group. I can't do this with you, Zack. Zack say, look, I done had me some Hennessy. I want to be with you. She don't love me like I love you. I mean, I don't really love you. We ain't been together that long for me to really love you. But you get what I'm saying, girl. Stop acting like that. Let me slide up in real quick. You know what I'm saying? You know you want this. You know you want this. Fatima say, well, you know what? I do kind of like the way the Henny tastes on your lips. But I don't want you to make love to me. I want you to F me hard. I said, woo! I need another fan because the shade fan ain't the fan. I need to work. Where my work fan? Woo! I was taken aback. during this scene, honey. I was sitting up here. I had my nieces sitting here watching the show. My nieces are sitting in the room. You know, they teenagers. They ain't really paying much attention to the show. They on their phone. But my good, I said, oh no, cover your eyes. Get under the covers. Don't look at this. I was not expecting. I'm talking about it continued. I mean, they went from the kitchen to the dining room tables to the couch. Okay, Zack. Okay, Zack. I ain't mad at it. Okay, focus. Moving on. Speaking of getting some love made, we go over to Andi and Garry, and there was no love being made over there in their house. So they done came home too. You know, they got out of, it's been a long day. Garry laying in the bed. He say he tired. Andi in the bathroom. She taking a while. He say, what you doing in there? She come out in her red lingerie, honey. She like, even though we ain't get married, you know, I still want to show you my love and appreciation for all you did today. So let me show you this new trick I learned. And she go to trying to kiss on him, and she finna go down on him and stuff. And he gets an attitude and he gets mad. And now all of a sudden he too tired. He don't wanna live on his fiance, right? And so they laying in the bed with the attitude, both of them laying in the bed with an attitude. And Andi say, what? No, so he ends up saying, what's the problem? You know, are you up? What? Like, and we find out that he has an attitude because he's jealous of the fact that Andi had slept with that guy, you know, last season while they were broken up. Hey, Alethea. Girl. Tyler Perry Sistas last night, they had got real adult. They had got real adult, and I was not ready for the adultness of last night's episode. But yeah. So, okay. So they sitting in the bed, and so he got mad. He's like, I still picture you with that guy, and you talking about you learning new tricks. Did you learn them with that guy? And I get really jealous, and it just makes me want to punch someone in the face. And the whole time she's sitting there like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you feel that way. It's okay. It's okay. No, Andi, it's not okay. No. Like, why is she sitting up here trying to pacify this man? This man 2 hours ago was ready to get married to you. Let him tell it. He was gonna make you his wife, but he's so turned off by the thought of you being with another man while y'all weren't even together. Guess what? You had a whole wife. You had a whole wife while y'all was together. Did you sleep with her? It was like, I don't understand Garry and his highs and lows. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you'll see little glimpses of him being a normal human being, and then you get in this scene where y'all laying in the bed, and now he's sitting up here having a whole hissy fit because when you're a single woman out here being single, make it make sense. Make it make sense. So now he don't even want Andi to touch him. Andi trying to sit there and at least cuddle him in the bed since he needs his time to get over, you know, the fact that she's an adult, you know. Well, I just don't even touch me. I'm still upset. Andi, did you do it in this bed? Like, dude, you're like, Andi, the red flags are flying. It's like red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. Like, girl, run while you still have a chance. You are sickening to me. When the girls are sitting up here talking to Garry earlier in the episode, talking about how she's all of this, she's a brilliant, intelligent woman. Where? Show me where Andi is this smart, intelligent woman, because every time I see her, she's acting stupid on every turn. The fact that you gonna sit up here and lay up in the bed with this man who 2 hours ago claimed he wanted to marry you, but now won't even touch you, make it make sense. It doesn't. It won't. It can't. It shan't. I'm over them. Over it. Anyway, you know, everybody's getting ready for bed. So now here Danny is. Danny, we cross town, y'all. Danny done came in. They got the Kentucky bluegrass music playing because Rodeo done fell asleep waiting on Danny to come in. They have a cute little moment, where he's like, well, baby, before you get in the shower, I just want to, I missed you. I want to spend some time with you. Come over here, let me cuddle on you. So they sitting there, they cuddling, have a little pillow talk, and she tells him about Garry's old crazy butt. And while she's sitting up here, telling him, he's like, well, I tell you what, at our wedding, I'll make sure you know about it. And this sets off like alarm bells in Danny's head, and she runs to the bathroom. Let me go take a shower. So she runs to the bathroom and she calls Sabrina, and she's like, Sabrina, Rodeo done brought up marriage. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, we're so different. All he talks about is the farm and cows, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. And Sabrina, for once, gives some solid advice, like, don't freak out, just enjoy the ride. For once, like, Sabrina can give advice, you can't take any. And I think that Danny is just a little bit, she's just a little nervous. She's not able to be vulnerable, she's not able to really let her guard down. But Rodeo seems like a really nice guy. I like them together. I think if she doesn't kind of let her guard down, she's going to destroy this relationship before he does. He's willing to embrace their changes while she's not willing to kind of just enjoy him for who he is and the sweet guy he is. He's a sweet guy. I like him. Sabrina says that she has to get off the phone because she's going to go check on Karen. They ain't seen Karen since Karen stormed out of this makeshift wedding. So Sabrina goes over there to visit Karen, to check on her. Karen got an attitude. Karen got an attitude with everybody. This scene was really stupid, long and stretched out and long for no reason. You could have called her, but Karen say her phone turned off, so she ain't feel like talking to nobody. I believe Sabrina says that she should apologize or whatever, but she does let her know that she did not marry Garry. Of course, Karen is relieved at that because everybody knows that would be a huge mistake. But Sabrina lets Karen know that it's her mistake to make. Andi has to live her life. Yeah, there it is. As Sabrina's leaving, because Karen don't want to talk no more, she tells her to let herself out. As Sabrina's leaving, who shows up at the door? No one but Aaron. Aaron is a glutton for punishment at this point. I don't know what they're doing with this back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, but he says he really wants to make love to her. He wants to spend some time with her. Does he end up staying? I don't remember. He might have ended up staying. She's all soft in the heart for him. I'm sick of them. But you know what? The reason why she gonna let him stay, if she do let him stay, is because Zack just sat up there and finally let her know that it ain't gonna happen, that it's over, that their relationship is kaputzi. And so now she gonna go over here and rebound with Aaron, and he just over here, he rebounding with her because of his dead wife. It's just stupid. That's it, dog. That's all I got for Sistas. Y'all tell me what y'all think about Sistas down below in the comment section. And before we get into BET Presents The Encore, one of my favorite shows to watch right now, I have to give a shout out to my Patreon. Remember, shout out to my Patreon. Y'all are the real MVPs. I'm going to be trying to do some special things for y'all in this new year because y'all have definitely been riding with me. If you would like to join my Patreon, it's very simple. All you have to do is go to www.patreon.com/bstokestyling and make your pledge. $5, $10, or $25. Currently, I'm trying to get to 20 Patreons, you guys. So make sure you help me reach my goal by clicking the link down in my description box and joining my Patreon. You do not want to miss out on the early access to my videos. All right, you guys. Did you comment? Let's go ahead and jump into BET Presents The Encore. I did not take full notes, but I got a couple of notes so I can stay on track because there was a lot going on in this episode. I feel like there was arguments and stuff every which way, up and down, left and right, back and forth. I couldn't keep up. Everybody was mad with everybody. So the episode starts off with Keely and the twins in the kitchen cooking breakfast. I guess they were like making steak and eggs and like some roasted potatoes or something for everybody. A really hearty breakfast for these women who have to go on this stage and boom cat for people in 2 weeks. But whatever. And so while they're having this conversation, the twins and Keely are of course going in on Aubrey, saying that she's been an absentee queen and how she needs to be replaced and how she just wants things her way. And they're going in. Excuse me. And I don't understand why no one has caught on yet that you cannot have a private conversation in this house. Every time they have some type of side conversation about the next woman is standing at this behind the door listening. Before you start talking shit, how about you check the corners? Because every time I feel like there is a producer in the house, like, go to the kitchen, They're talking about you, go. Like, every single time, it never fails. So Aubrey takes Misha out to the outside because she's upset. She feels like, everyone talks about how they don't like all these side conversations, but then they just keep having these side conversations. Then we see everybody kind of getting ready for the day. You have, I think it was Nivea and one of the twins, and they're working on a song in the studio. Everybody's doing their own little thing. And Sita calls them in to give their assignments, stuff for the week. Y'all know what it is. When Sita comes in, we got some changes to be made. So she asked them what's the name. Remember, they came up with the name, The Blueprint. Well, when I say they, I mean everybody but Aubrey, because Aubrey was MIA. And Aubrey says that, she doesn't necessarily like that name, but, she wasn't there to cast her vote. So, and at the end of the day, even if you were there to cast your vote, you're outvoted. 8 other women say they like this name. That is the name. I'm with Aubrey personally. I don't like the name. I don't think that they are blueprint worthy, but who am I? Sita seems hyped up about it. She's like, yes, I like that, whatever. And so then she lets them know that at the end of the week, they are going to be doing a listening party. And the listening party is going to be for their old group members. So I just thought about this, just side note. I wonder where the Cheetah Girls going to come and listen for Keely, or is Keely not gonna have any group members? Because she ain't cool with Adrian. We know she ain't cool with Notori. And then I don't remember the other Cheetah girl's name. Because Notori's from 3LW, but I don't remember the other Cheetah girl's name. She might still be cool with her. Maybe she still come. I think everybody else, they did not have a major fallout in their group. Maybe Misha and Irish, because they definitely hold some resentment towards Mila, who was their lead singer in their group, but I don't know. Oh, Raven Simone's not coming. Raven Simone is not coming to listen to this little BET listening party. She, maybe I don't believe Keely's gonna have any representation for her groups, but maybe everybody else will have some. And then of course, that they have to pick a new queen because they're tired of Aubrey being MIA. So okay, they go, everybody votes to do the queens, and the votes were pretty much 1-1-1 for a good little minute. And at the end of it, it becomes a 3-way tie between Aubrey, Fallon, and Misha. It was a 3-way tie, and so they had to go to the queen's mandate to see, how this tie is broken. Well, the tie is broken by the current queen. She gets to pick who the new queen is going to be. Well, she's not going to pick herself because she already let y'all know she is over it. She is over being queen of these witches, okay? And Fallon's like, I don't think that's fair because I know you're not going to pick me. I know you don't want me to be queen. You're intimidated by me, da-da-da-da. You can make all this noise, Fallon. It matters not. Your attitude is the reason why you won't be queen, and that's why Misha's going to be queen by default. Now Misha gets all choked up. I can't believe I'm queen. And she takes the crown, and Fallon's like, I believe Misha is going to be a fair queen to everybody but me. Possibly true. Possibly true. Yes, I did see their little momentary Twitter beef. I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of them. That was 15 years ago. I need both of y'all to let it go. Like Frozen. Let it go. Okay? They're aggravating. Keely's the most aggravating though. What happens next? All right, so after everybody was voted in for the queen, we get Felicia going to talk to Aubrey. And so she brings up the fact that there has been a lot of confusion in the house, and it's kind of by the hands of Aubrey. She says that her and her sister went to talk to Elijah because Elijah felt some type of way because of the stuff that Aubrey said that he said. It was a whole bunch of he said, she said, telephone miss. Felicia tells Aubrey that I gotta say the name so that y'all don't get confused because it's a bunch. Felicia tells Aubrey that Elijah told the twins that Aubrey told him that they did not produce skeletons. Did y'all keep up with that? Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean when this is a whole bunch of telephone confusion, high school mess. It's a bunch of he say, she say. Now, how the twins got this portion of the story that he said that they didn't produce skeletons, we didn't see that. What we saw was Aubrey saying that the twins feel like they're these great producers, and even Elijah know what it is. And Elijah's saying, I don't have to sit up here and have a dick measuring contest because I'm the only one with a dick. So they know, I got these number ones and they are the least talented. So then she goes back and tells them that he don't feel like they're talented. And now we got all of this mess. And you know what the root is? The root is Aubrey. That is the root. Now, because she sits here and when she's relaying the message back to Felicia, what Elijah said after Felicia done already talked to Elijah, now she's telling him, I'm confusion. She's putting 20 on 10. He was like, this is her. He was like, I'm on number ones. Where are they number ones? Where's what they can produce? Da 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 da. And I was like, whoa. No, Aubrey, that's not how this happened. See, this revisionist history. It's why you can't take hearsay into court. Okay? All of this revisionist history. And all of these side conversations being brought from Aubrey to Elijah to the twins, back to Elijah, back, all of this stuff. Y'all could have had all this settled by everybody sitting down, and which is what ended up happening. And once everybody sat down, again, we find out that the common denominator is Aubrey, and Elijah was not happy with it, honey. Elijah told Aubrey that she was a manipulative witch with a capital B, and that she's not to be trusted. And he ain't sitting up here trying to argue with no woman, but she is clearly manipulating the whole situation, which I agree. Then she wants to play Karen and play the victim. And I'm sorry, the white woman privilege just jumped all out. Why are you yelling at me? And I haven't been in an argument with a man in years, and I just can't. Well, honey, and he was the one that came to me talking about them. Then they show a flashback of Elijah coming. And so this is what I think happened. This is from what we've seen, from all that we've seen. Now, mind you, we know that we are being produced a bit, but from what we've seen and what I gather from the situation is Elijah came to Aubrey because she was the queen, and he wanted to get the project moving. Y'all have been in this house for a week, 2 weeks, however long. Songs aren't being finished. There's issues with things, with arguments and girls being produced. So he's coming to try to figure out what can be done on his end as a producer to help facilitate this to move a little bit easier and faster. Aubrey goes into her explanation as to these girls can't get along for that reason. I don't like this girl for that reason. These girls are difficult to work with. The twins think that they're the boss. This is how the twins are acting like they're the boss. Let me throw some extra shade, some extra salt on it by making him feel like the twins feel like they are the major producers on this record, and I need you, since you are the producer, I need you to like take over from them. I think that's what she was trying to kind of get him to do. I think she was being manipulative. And so then when he goes back, and I don't think that he should have been in all of this house drama, but Aubrey brought him into this house drama. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to stick up for the twins, because I have a very love-hate relationship with the twins, but I think this was not on them. One thing about it, we can say a lot about the twins, we can say a lot about their attitude, but their work ethic is there. And I think that as a producer, Elijah and Cosign do respect them for their work ethic. They are doing what needs to be done to try to get this little project finished. But all this bickering is not helping. Now, are they doing it in the best way? I don't think so. We'll talk about that more later down in the episode. But you cannot say that they are not working and working towards it. You just can't, whether you like their tactics or not. So while they're down there, so everybody's down in the studio. This is when we're having the argument with Aubrey and Elijah. So they're all down in the studio. It turns into this big blow up. Aubrey walks out because I told you she done had her WWTs, her white woman tears done flared up. So she runs out. And everybody's complaining about her. Everybody's complaining about her, complaining about how the project is not moving along. And then Fallon makes a comment, and she says, you know, if everyone wanted to look good and sound good and everything in between, y'all should have made me queen. And so then Misha say, whoa, well, that's, you know, that's kind of hurtful to me. Like, what are you trying to say? I'm not going to have everybody look good and sound good. And she was like, I'm not saying that, Misha. This is not about you, Misha. This isn't even about being queen, Misha. I'm just saying, well, no. That's what you just said. Misha was like, why? So you can't do all of that without being queen. Queen is nothing but a glorified title anyway. Hell, it's not even fun being queen, having to sit up here and spar with you witches. Like, there's nothing fun about it. So now here they come into this argument, and Fallon was dead wrong for that. Fallon was being very passive aggressive, because at the end of the day, it ain't had nothing to do with the argument that was happening at that moment. The argument was about the mess between Aubrey, your sister, and Elijah. That ain't had nothing to do with everybody sounding good and looking good. You can still, like Misha said, you don't have to be queen to do that. You can still do that. And hell, you're sitting up here producing. That isn't that what you're trying to do anyway? Hey, thick girl, thank you for joining. So Fallon was being shady. Fallon did that on purpose. Because she does not think that Misha is a strong person, period. She don't think Misha can sing. She don't think Misha can dance. She don't like Misha's attitude. She just don't see it for Misha. And so she took that time to jab at her, and that was dead wrong. And so they end up getting into an argument because Misha's just like, y'all have been taking over, and y'all don't know how to work well with others. Y'all want to be the leads on everything. Or I might be having this one confused to an argument later on in the end. But it's just been basically the whole episode was everybody arguing with the twins. So if I have which argument started well, when, what, then it is what it is. This is what was said. This is what was said. At some point, the argument between Misha and Fallon happened. And Misha said that they just want to be the leads. They think that this is a reboot of their group, and this is not a team effort. And it don't make sense that everybody else gets like scraps on the songs and get 2 bars here and there. Meanwhile, they are the leads of songs getting 4 and 6 bars at a time. They don't know how to share the spotlight. This was later on in the episode. But anyway, they don't know how to share the spotlight. And Fallon, Felicia, both of them go on to try to defend their, we're not trying to be the lead. I'm just trying to help produce. So, okay. Before we get to further into that argument, because I got to build you up to how we even get further into that argument. The twins, let's see. The twins disappeared for a time. It was at this point that Fallon is feeling the way. Now, Fallon has been talking about for a while that she feels underappreciated in this project because she's doing all this work as a vocal and music producer, and the girls are giving her pushback. And I understand what she's saying, but also, and I do think she does a lot of work. I understand that. But it's not, what do you want, a cookie? Like, y'all are all working towards this. If you feel like you are doing too much work in the group, then help someone else do some work. How about you suggest, hey, Misha, come down here real quick and help do this. You know what I'm saying? That way you can't throw it up. I hate when someone does something and then turns around and throws it in your face. Like, you didn't have to do it. You don't have to be producing this stuff. Want to know why you don't have to? Because there's Elijah and Cosign there. So you don't have to do it. You could have them do it. You know what I'm saying? So don't do it and then turn around and throw it up in everybody's face that you're doing it. We don't need all of that. And Fallon then goes on to compare herself to Missy Elliott. Talking about how many female producers do you know besides Missy Elliott? And it took her decades to get there. Baby, we don't know you. No shade. We know you because of this show. If I told you to name the members of Cherish before this show, would you have been able to name the members of Cherish? If you was in the mall and she walked past you in the food court, would you have known who she was? You wouldn't. You know? So I get it. You're a female producer. There aren't many of them out there, but baby, so what? Like, y'all are on this, y'all are in this project, on this project, so that people can be introduced to your talent. You having this inflated sense of self is not making anyone want to support you. And you're talented, and that's great. You're writing songs that the girls are loving, and that's great. But is anyone going to want to work with you afterward? Think about this. This is your chance. Like, this is your chance. You're being introduced to 7 other women who have never worked with you before, who probably never knew you in the studio before. And this is your chance to work with them and possibly create music bonds in the future that you can continue to, work with. And who would want to? Who would want to work with you if this is how you work? You want everything your way, and or the highway. That's not how. No. So, at the end of this particular night, after they done had to blow up in the studio, and the twins done talked about how they're underappreciated, and Fallon wanted to be queen, and Aubrey and Elijah and all of this mess, they decide, Misha decides, y'all, it's 1:30. It's late. We just need to go to bed. So they all go to bed. And then once Keely gets to her room, she see that Aubrey's bed is missing. Now, somebody tell me, how does a whole mattress just disappear and nobody knows, nobody sees it, nobody hears a thud, nothing, just a whole mattress. All her stuff's still in the room, but the mattress is gone. You could have just took your sheets and a pillow and went and slept wherever you slept. So now the girls are on this doggone hide and seek mission, trying to find Aubrey, and nobody can find her. Nobody can find this mattress. They searching and searching. Nivea done got tired. She said, I ain't doing this with y'all. I'm finna soak my feet in this jacuzzi. Turn the jets on for me. I ain't doing this. Misha say, I'm sick of this drama. I'm going to bed. What was the point of that? Because the very next day, Aubrey comes back in like ain't nothing happened. Now, was this editing, or is this how that happened that night? Because this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. Right, thick girl. You know, they swear it's Burger King. Even Burger King don't make it your way no more, okay? But this didn't make no sense to me. I'm like, so did she like move her mattress out that night and then move it back in the next day? And there's nobody, like, we just go to the here and act like folks just be hard. Like, I know Aubrey is a big back bitch, but you ain't gonna tell me that she just hauled that mattress and looked it down the stairs and ain't nobody seen or heard nothing. That was so stupid to me. And then the next day when she shows back up in the house, where she been? Nobody know. Nobody asked her, where did you go? What's happening? Where you been? It's just like, oh, Aubrey's back. Oh, we're not fighting anymore. Oh, it's going to be a good day. Give me a hug. Y'all are confusing. I am confusing. Yeah. It was definitely Carlos and Todd. It was definitely Carlos and Todd, because that didn't make any sense at all. Y'all ain't gonna keep playing in my face. That's what they were doing, playing in my face. I'm sick of them. Okay. So once Aubrey comes back, she apologized to Keely. She says that she wants her and Keely to like get on a better page in the house. Okay, we'll see how long that lasts, because Keely can't stand her and you can't, and you can't stand Keely. Fallon or Felicia, one of them, came and gave her a hug and was like, oh, we not fighting no more. So then they start discussing the set list for this listening party. They go downstairs and they start rearranging like the set list. Apparently the set list is rearranged multiple times, time after time again. They don't know what they want to start with. They don't know what they want to end with. You know, they had some conversation about ending with bird's eye view, because then like you could do like a really cool camera shot where it goes up and gives you the bird's eye view, and then like the show is over, and apparently it's supposed to be a really beautiful song. They added listening, which was that song that we heard a few episodes ago, or talking. Is it called talking? I'm talking about listening. Talking. That's the one that Pam didn't want to be on because they say hoes in the chorus. But that song sounds like a really nice little bop. Like it sounds like a little bop or whatever. So they wanted to add that song. So that actually would have been the 6th song. They only need 5. That would have been the 6th song that they could have added. So some people want to open with that song. Some people wanted that song to be at the end, or Fallon specifically, who wrote the song, hey Brittany, wanted that song to be at the end, as like a maybe or something like that. And so while the twins weren't down there at this time and they're going over the set list and moving things around again or whatever, and they ended up moving talking to number 1 because it's a kind of up-tempo song, and they don't have a whole lot of up-tempos. It's not even an up-tempo song. It's a mid-tempo song, they were saying. It's like, you know, nice little bop. And so they were like, they should start the show kind of on a high, and then, you know, take us on some levels. You know what I'm saying? Take us on a ride or whatever. And so everybody's kind of in agreement, and they're trying to talk about how they want the set list to go, because, you know, you don't want to start your listening party off with a slow song, but you also don't want to like, you don't want it to go from super high energy all the way to like bleh at the end. And so they're kind of talking about how they can balance it out. And Aubrey makes the comment that we don't have any like bangers. So I think we should start with talking, because that's like our most upbeat song. Well, Fallon is in the kitchen while they're trying to go through the set list, and she hears Aubrey say something about, well, we don't have any bangers, and she takes that to Felicia, and Felicia's now upset. And I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna go confront them, because this don't make no sense. I don't even want that song to be on the set list. So she goes down there to the doggone studio, and now she got an attitude. She's mad. Lord, here we go with another fight. Now it's the twins again against Aubrey again. And that we're trying to understand, like, Aubrey's like, I wasn't saying that we don't have any bangers, like as in our songs aren't good. I'm saying like we don't have any like bops. We don't have any like up-tempo type. Well, here they go talking about, well, a mid-tempo is up-tempo nowadays. So then in the confessionals, Misha and Shamari talking about, well, shoot, I'm glad I don't go to the club no more because I'd be asleep. They don't have no more. What are they listening to? They don't have no typical songs, and so the girls and they're fighting. And so here's the thing. So I think that's when we ended up having an argument with Misha talking about how they be getting the bones of stuff, and everybody's upset with the twins. So okay, here's what I get from it. Right. This is honestly okay. Before I even tell you my opinion, the argument continues to spiral, and it spirals to the point where Felicia is upset that the song "Talking" was even added onto the set list. She didn't want it added onto the set list because she doesn't feel like it's going to be sung correctly. And if it's not sung correctly, then it don't need to be on there, period. So why are y'all working on this song is my question. So she talks about how, she doesn't want them this. So then the twins end up getting into an argument because they're both like, the one who wrote the song is like, I don't want it because if it's not going to be sung right, I don't want it on the show at all. The other one's like, we've been working on this song. It's a good song. Everybody enjoys it. Why would we not sing it? So they're in argument. They end up like coming to some type of understanding, the two of them and Keely separately. And basically Felicia's issue was she don't feel like the rest of the group knows how to sing the song, how she wants the song to be sung. All right, Ike. And so if the song ain't gonna get sung the way she riding, the way she like envisions it in her head, she doesn't want it included at all. So here's my opinion. This is stupid. Okay? This is stupid. That's one of the few songs that y'all have that everybody is on. It's actually a really nice song. And if you're afraid that it's not going to be in the pocket like you need it to be in the pocket, that comes with rehearsals. Rehearsals. Y'all can't get to a rehearsal because y'all can't get out the damn studio. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. So Felicia, them at some point in the episode, I might be jumping around. I don't remember because it was so many arguments with the twins and everybody in this episode. I get a little confused. But at some point, she was just like, "Look it, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't vocal producing nobody. I ain't music producing nobody. I ain't helping nobody. Y'all do it on your own. I ain't got time for this. I'm over it." Da da da. They are so hard to work with. Like all of your talent is overshadowed by your attitude. And maybe you should look at some of these other R&B divas who are stars, who can sing the house down, okay? But no one wants to work with them because of their attitudes and see how far they've gotten. And let's just call a thing a thing. Y'all do not have enough accolades to act the way that you do. You can be as talented as you want to be, but you don't have enough credentials to have that type of attitude. You're comparing yourself to a Missy and you don't have Missy level success. And even Missy don't act like that, I'm sure. See, one thing about it when you're in the studio and you're working on something, see, everybody's a creative. And so I get it. I'm a creative person. I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my ish. I get it. And I get Felicia's point in having the vision for the song. But being in the music industry is a collaborative field. It's collaborative. You get some of the best work by listening to someone and letting someone else kind of tweak and having another ear. You can't be so dead set on how you want things to be for this song that you isolate and alienate everybody else, especially when you're in a girl group. This is a group. The operative word in girl group is group, meaning a collection of people working together for a common goal. It's just you and your sister working together for y'all's goal. I'd be sick of them. And that's why you will never be queen, because you're already acting like a dictator and you have no power. I have such a love-hate relationship with the twins because I get where they come from. I get their passion for what they're doing. I get their work ethic for what they're doing. I get it. It's their delivery. Like, delivery is half of it. The way you act sometimes will take you further in life than what you do. You know, your talent, your gift is great, and that will take you far. However, the way you act once you're in those rooms will take you further. And they don't understand that. This might be why the only song that we know from y'all is Do It, Do It, Do It, Do It. That might be the only reason. That might be why. Everybody was tired of them. Pam done walked out. Nivea done checked out. Shamari up there talking to her husband because it was their 15-year anniversary. Congratulations to them. She got other things that she got to worry about. And everybody's sitting up here arguing with y'all over the damn set list. We will never be free. It will never be great. It will never be great. Because you can't get a word in edgewise with them two. You can't get a word in edgewise. It's so bad that you have someone who, or some people who could be this talented and just can't work well with others. And it creates a hostile work environment. If we really think about it, the only people that are messing this project up are the twins and Aubrey. Side note, the twins are part of the only reason why there are any songs up there, but still, you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Let me see what y'all are saying, and then I'm going to get off here, you guys. That's it for the encore. They're a mess. They're a hot mess. Thick girl says, we in the car, we riding slow. Look, they be making slow music. They be making slow music. Child, today DJ Ricky said Misha's always talking about a lead on the song, but maybe if she stopped smoking those menthols, maybe someone would want to put it on. Okay, now that's a fact and a half. Let me get. I think I got on Misha last week, but let me get on Misha real quick this week. Misha, the only thing that you are good for is being the queen to settle disputes, because baby, again, your singing is not there right now. It's not. Your dancing is not there. And so that's part of the reason why the twins treat her the way that they treat her, because they don't see her as talented. And honestly, she doesn't show up in any way talented. That's no shade. It just is what it is. I do think that I'm fine with her having like ooh on the song. I'm fine with her doing that. I'm fine with Irish doing that. I'm fine with Aubrey doing that. But Shamari has a nice voice. She should definitely be doing some more lead vocaling. I don't know. We haven't heard songs. We don't know how much lead vocaling she's doing. But she's definitely one of the lead vocalists in this group. Nivea, to me, I still love Nivea's voice. I think Nivea is definitely a lead vocalist in this group. I said at first I wasn't here for Pam like that, but Pam has a really good voice to add into harmonies. It will add a lot of depth into a harmony. So I'm here for that. Who else is there? I said Shamari, Nivea, Pam. The twins sound good. They're just aggravating to work with. Aubrey. And Irish can be, again, give me a ooh ah, a boom tap tap. What the brats used to call themselves when they were background singers? Doo-wop. Irish gives me a real doo-wop girl tease. So does Misha. And it don't help that she do be out there smoking them. I have never, like, if you are a singer, kind of the last thing that you need to be doing is smoking. You know, just saying, you know, just saying. Let me see. The girl said, you better say it. Talent ain't nothing if your attitude is some ish. Ask the R&B divas, Vivica Fox, and Lisa Ray. Facts. Facts. And that's what is holding this house back. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's great. It's great TV, but also, like, y'all are 2 weeks into this show. Y'all are supposed to be doing a listening party at the end of the week. And their attitudes are stopping you. We have had 2 to 3 major blow-ups this episode alone, and they were all surrounding the twins. Separate them. Separate them. Somebody needs to infiltrate that. I don't know. I don't think you can. But somebody needs to kind of infiltrate that a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Move some things along. Because they are the terrible twins, I tell you. And I really want to like them. I think I give them more grace than a lot of reviewers that I've been seeing online gives them. I give them way more grace. But this episode, they were exhausting. I would have been over it. I don't want to punch one of them in the face. Like, I've been over it. Over it. Okay? But that's it. That's all I got to say about BET Wednesday nights. Hope y'all enjoyed this review. Please share it out if you care. On your Instagram, your Twitter, your TikTok, your Facebook, your Snapchat, your Pinterest, whatever. Share it out. Please tag me when you do. Come back each and every week. I do these reviews. If you have missed some of my old reviews, I have a whole playlist. I have a whole playlist of my sisters and encore reviews. So please check that out. Also, I have a video where I gave my opinion on Nick Cannon and his choice to continue to have a whole bunch of kids. If you have not checked that video out, please do so as well. I enjoyed making that video. I'm not going to lie. What else? What are the announcements? Tomorrow's Friday, so y'all know that it's finally Be Friday. I go live every Friday at 4 o'clock. If you have any topics that you would like to discuss, please feel free to send them to me, because this week has been kind of dry. I don't think I have anything I really, really want to talk about. So if you see anything, y'all can always DM me on Instagram at Stokes Styling. Thick Girl says, now I'm a singer and I smoke cigarettes, but I ain't never sounded like Misha or the other girl here. I don't even sound like Keely with her promises. You're so silly. But that's your instrument. You know, all I'm saying is that is your instrument, and you have to take care of it. You know, when I played the clarinet, many a moon ago, I can't sit up here and eat some Skittles and candy and stuff and then go and blow into my instrument, because that deteriorates my pads. And now I'm messing up the sound and quality of my instruments. It's instruments, but you know. I'm as over Nick Cannon as this show is about to be. Look, okay. Nick and his babies. But go over there to that video and leave your comment. I love to hear from you, thick girl. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get on up out of here. I have my nieces here, so we're gonna go have us a little girls' day. I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we'll go get pedicures because my feet are a mess. So I think we're gonna go do that. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. Yes. Peace.